Okay, let's go have a walk around, see what we got here. Take these off, these are bothering me. It's kind of depressing right now, you know, without any leaves on the trees. You'll see in a second, I'm sure you'll understand. The ground's all torn up from the boys with the machines. There's the pampas grass that Sydney wanted. Oh, the damn truck, what an ugly thing this is. Not what I wanted. Not very fuel efficient this one's going to be. Not at all. There's a few bugs out here bugging me. You gotta admit. Don't really seem to be eating me. And let's go have a look at our driveway. The weather hasn't been nice, so that being said, well, we've got some deer on the property. Definitely some deer, some recent deer. A little mushy in here, but not at all muddy. Just a little on the soft side. Through the forest here. We're going to speed this up a bit because, well, I took my time getting down there. It was muddy, rocky. I was checking things out. I don't think you need to see all of that. We'll see how 2 times works, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up there. If you don't like it, well, tell me why not, and I'll see what I can do. So you can see the contractor that came in, Ashton Contracting, Tyson Broom, excellent bunch of folk. Sent an employee in with an excavator and a chainsaw, and his job wasn't to cut in the road, though he had to cut in because he had to get down to the septic field and dig a perk hole, a test hole, for the engineer to ensure that the soil was perkable. It was. A little note here that in Nova Scotia, for a septic field, you need to employ an engineer who works on septic fields and have them come out, survey the site a little bit for where the field will go. All fields need to be kept 100 feet away from the shorelines, and he will draw you up a plan, put his stamp on it. You can take that to the building department when you go look for your building permits. It's one of the first things you should do. Something you might want to do if at all you're concerned that your soil isn't perkable prior to purchasing it. It is a big cost down the road. Fortunately, the slope on my property wasn't too great. The soil was perfect and everything passed. But right now, looking back up westward, lots of rocks, lots of trees. It was it looks like a bit of a mess, but as I said, Ashton Contracting employee did a fantastic job. He followed the guidelines we asked. Marcia and I had set out ribbons the year prior to designate the route down for the road. The road is in a legal right-of-way. There are 2 properties on this property, the 2 lots. So we stayed within the right-of-way. When he got down a little closer here, he kind of veered off of the as there was no right of way anymore. This is the second property. Just looking for the test perk hole. You may not notice it. It's not really all that interesting. It's basically just a hole in the ground that the engineer places water in to ensure that it percolates down through a set amount of water in a set amount of time. Looking southward here over the neighbor's property. Fantastic neighbor I got on that. Her name is Sydney. Her dog's name is Finnegan. Finnegan was my constant companion throughout my time there. And her two boys, Harley and Levi. Feral little fellas, but hilarious, tough as nails. They're going to be great young men when they get older. Right now, just yelling, screaming, beating on each other, as boys are supposed to do. Now you can see there, right there, yes, that hump. That's where the perk hole is. We also asked the Ashton employee if they could go down below and cut in a ditch towards the lake to remove some standing water which was at the bottom. So he made his way down the south side of the property here. Kind of steep. Not too easy, not too difficult either, but it took some experience to get down there, most definitely. That blue ribbon you saw was the 100-foot mark from the water line. The red ribbon is the one that Marcy and I had set up a year before. We were pretty pleased with our ribbon laying skills, as we'd never done that before. The beautiful Little Beaver Lake, very Canadian. So we all know that every Canadian likes Little Beaver. This is the lower section of the property. This is where the cabins will be placed. It too will be hooked up to the septic field. The engineer has designed the system for this. There will be a pumping system up to the main tank that's beside the house. And for the main tank, it'll be a gravity fed down into a sloping sand septic system. Here's that standing water issue that I spoke about. And the trenching you'll see in a second here, that leads it towards the lake. We didn't drop the water directly into the lake. The trench stopped prior to the lake, as a large rock basin was found where the water can drain into the lake through the rocks, and the sediment can stop and be captured within the rock cistern. A lot of work. Ashton Contracting did it on time. They did it within budget. You can't ask for much more than that. And here is one more quick look at Little Beaver Lake. A clear water lake, which isn't all that common in Nova Scotia, so I've been told. So if y'all like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, you know the routine. Big shout out to Steve McIsaac, the engineer, and to Tyson Broom and his crew from Ashton Construction.